me ask you a question. Do you think it's possible to build a computer that simulates real life? Now, let's assume that you think the answer to that question is yes. Let me pose you a second question. If you were living in a simulation, would you be able to tell?
My name is Goji Tan, and I'm an inventor. When I was little, my dad would bring me toys to take apart. I would pull out their insides and put them back together into something completely new. Then he would help me think of a new life for the toy that I made. A name, a story. We would build a world and talk about how happy my toys were living there. All I wanted when I was a kid was to live in those worlds with him. But then he left. He didn't leave a note or anything. He was just gone. And all he left me with was curiosity. That's when I stopped playing with toys and started building computers. When I look back on it now, I guess I have him to thank for planting the question in my head. I remember his face looking down at me and asking, if you lived in a simulation, would you be able to tell? It's the last memory I have of him. I didn't know the answer. So that's what I started building. It may not look like much, but this is it. The answer. The simulation. A world inside a computer. And today, I've got to go convince a bunch of rich kids to use their dad's money to pay for it. Hello. Thank you all for coming. What I would like to present to you today is a machine that I believe can change the world. Let me ask you a question. What would you do with a machine that can simulate real life? A simulation so advanced that it's almost real. Well, let me give you a few suggestions. How about simulating real-world infrastructure and testing against natural disasters? Or using disease simulations to prevent pandemics? You could test social theories, evolutionary theories. These are all questions that have been asked before. But no simulation has been able to overcome what we call the mirror problem. That is, even our most advanced simulations are simply approximations of real life. Reflections, not the real thing. I believe that I have created an algorithm that goes beyond reflection. It doesn't require a massive computer server. It's not much bigger than a normal desktop. That's because the power of the simulation doesn't come from hardware. The power of the simulation comes from the algorithm, an algorithm that I wrote. It's the product of almost 10 years of coding and engineering. What I'm asking for is an investment of $25,000 to develop power regulation for the machine. As it stands now, the machine is fully capable of operating at a low level voltage, a consumer level voltage. But without regulation, the machine gets power hungry. Without power regulation, it could steal power from an entire city block when it turns on.
I'm sorry, hold on. Does that mean you haven't even turned on the machine yet?
No, not yet.
Can you at least tell us how it works?
Yes, it uses procedural generation to create a natural world. Like a video game, the algorithm understands the way things occur naturally, and it automates creation according to those natural rules. Each individual is created by the algorithm and then registered as a traceable data point. But the key is that they do not know they're in a simulation, which is what makes it realistic. Any parameter can be adjusted, and the results aren't just statistical. They're not random. They're human.
I'm sorry, Miss Tan, but I'll believe it when I see it.
Great minds don't wait for approval. It's just a little electricity.
To whom it may concern, I deeply apologize for wasting your time today. However, I have incredible news. My simulation works. It would benefit from power regulation, but it works. And it's incredible. I watched the simulated version of myself for hours. She acts exactly like a real person. She has thoughts, feelings, relationships. She's real. Like me. test infrastructure against natural disasters.
A new variant of the flu is spreading like wildfire through the East Coast today as scientists
Run
rush to
disease
figure out how
simulations
the
to
flu is
prevent
spreading.
pandemics.
If you were living in a simulation, would you be? Goji, wake up.
Dad?
Hi, Goji. I'm so proud of you. You made something amazing.
I did it for you.
I know. I was watching the whole time.
Why did you leave? Where did you go?
I never really left. I've always been with you, just not in the way that you thought.
What does that mean? Where were you?
Somewhere a lot like this.
You made all of this?
I created it for you.
Am I real? Is any of this real?
Everything is real. You have thoughts, feelings, memories. You created a whole world by yourself. Just like me.
When I turned it on, she didn't realize it was her first day. What was my first day?
The day that you remember me leaving.
So, all those memories? Us together?
I can never be there in the way I wanted to. Those memories were my way of showing you how much I love you.
Why couldn't you be here? You're here now. What is this, some kind of dream?
It was crucial to the project that I didn't interfere with your process. I needed to know if you could create your own simulation without my help. As for where we are now, this is some kind of dream. You can try it yourself on your simulation if you'd like. Now that you've done it, the project is complete. I can finally be here with you.
The project.
The Goji Project.
I feel like I should be angry at you.
I wouldn't blame you. Do you feel angry?
No. No, I just feel confused. It's like my whole life I've been searching for an answer to the question, but you already answered it.
It was never so much about the question, Goji. It's been answered so many times before. I wasn't the first. Clearly, I wasn't the last. The true test is what comes afterwards. What your life becomes now that you understand the nature of your reality.
Are there more of me? How many simulations are you running?
I only ever needed just the one. You are one of a kind, Goji.
What am I?
You're my daughter.
Hello? You're me. Yeah, I'm you. I guess I must be dreaming. Yeah, something like that. I like your hair. I like yours too. Do you remember Dad? Of course. I think about him every day. Do you ever wish he'd come back? Sometimes I do. Sometimes I get angry at him for leaving. Sometimes I worry that missing him has become such a part of me that if he came back, I wouldn't know what to do. What if he never comes back? I don't think he needs to. He's still with me in a lot of ways. I still remember his face, the way he held me. I remember the times we laughed together. It's sad to remember the way things were. But if I didn't have those memories, I think I'd be a lot worse. I know he loved me. He loved us. Are you happy? I am. Most of the time. We have a pretty good life, all things considered. What if none of it was real? Then I would say, whoever put it all together made something really beautiful. My name is Goji Tan. Let me ask you a question. If you were living in a simulation, would you be able to tell?